first one is continue to chapter 6. We're going to discuss the short-term liquidity for managing the company's financial performance. On the second one, we can do review from chapter 1 to chapter 5. Which one do you want to review? Okay, so please check the website. Let me also check that for you. Have you ever have any trouble accessing internet from this class?
No.
No, right? So I want to make sure that we can do the online midterm exam.
So, what about the financial institution? Where do that thing?
Excuse me?
Financial institution.
Yeah, the econ. Is there any midterm test?
I don't think we have any midterm exam in financial institution. So this is the midterm exam. You can check from your views. Exam will be held in week 7, right? And then the open period 17th October, 9 a.m. up to 10 a.m. Right? So we're going to do this in class together. I'm going to be here on Thursday, and then forget about this 11:30 p.m. Um, the exam ends 60 minutes, right, after you started it. So make sure you have enough time to do your exam. And then you will not be able to pause the exam once it has started, right? And then the midterm exam will not be reset once you start and view the exam questions. So please have a look at this requirement. And then it is strongly advised that you do a large number of practice MCQs, multiple choice questions, from week 1 to week 5, right? The group competition quiz before you do the exam. Right? Stable connection, I think we do not have any problems, right? Accessing internet from this class. Then yeah, I think it's all good. And then you can check the answer from for group quiz from this tutorial guide. Tutorial guide, and then competitive group quiz, right? Tutorial solution, right? So this is, you can have the answer for chapter 1. Solutions to week 1 group competition quiz, right? Okay. So just please download it, and then we can review from week 1 to week 5. Right. So download it from week 1 to week 5, right? So this is the solutions. This is an example of week 1 group competition quiz.
How do you access this again?
From learning materials, right? And then topic 1. Then just scroll down up to tutorial guide, right?
Oh.
and then tutorial solutions. And then solutions to week one group competition quiz .pdf. Then you download it from chapter one.
It's just for practice.
Yeah, we review it just to make sure that you cover all of the materials. Okay. So this is from week one. Have you downloaded? Yeah, good. This is about the business ownership, right? Uh, Robert owns 3 restaurants in Atlanta. He pays taxes for income, blah blah blah. And then Robert business in example of, right? So this is clear. This is a sole trader, right? Business owned by a single owner. Okay, so okay. And then the second questions, most complicated and expensive, unlimited partnership, corporation, general. The answer is clear, right? Corporation. Okay. So the first one is sole trader. Second one is corporation. So corporation is the most complex structures and also expensive. So do you know what is the reason behind this? Corporation is most complex and expensive. Multiple owners, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
shareholders.
but I think you also have to go through a long process of establishing the corporation itself, and then finding the shareholders who attract buying the shares.
Yeah, multiple owners and then structures, and then don't forget about the board of directors, right? The board of directors is really complex, and then in addition to many board of directors, and then we also have many shareholders in corporations, and then to take a decision like investment decision is not really as easy as sole traders, right? So this is corporation. Okay. If you have any questions or you feel that you still don't understand about the questions, just let me know, right? So the third questions is unincorporated company owned by two or more people. Yes, Renard, Jason. Right? Unincorporated company. Right? So if you still remember the week one of our discussion is sole ownership, and then if you need more partner to grow your company, then you do unincorporated partnership, right? So this is partnership. Okay, two or more people, we call that partnership. Okay,
Wait, this is the answers for the
group
five number
quizzes.
or group quizzes
Yeah.
from quizzes.
Yes.
What about the answer for the 5 number quiz?
I think it's pretty similar with group quizzes, right? The question is pretty similar.
But it's different. But
Different.
I think
Yeah, we can talk about that later, I think. So you just review this, and then after that, if you need to review the quiz, weekly quizzes, then I can do that to check your answer. But most of you got 100% anyway, so I don't think that you have any problem with that, right? Almost perfect. Most of you almost perfect. So the one in Western Sydney, in Sydney, called me about your performance in class. So why all of my students has 100% of all quizzes during all of those weeks. No, I don't have any.
The students in Sydney don't get 100.
No, most of them only get 75 to 80%.
To be
But
fair,
most of you 100%.
to be fair, the quizzes are kind of short for business. There's
Yeah.
like 5 questions at most. We get 10 minutes to solve them.
If we got like 20 questions, we don't get good like the econ one.
Yeah, but still, they still emailed me last night.
I mean,
right?
it's just because it's 5 questions.
Yeah, I know. So I explained to them that the materials for financing enterprises is really good, and students in Surabaya paid attention very well, and then they learn very hard, and then that's why they got 100% of almost all quizzes so far. And they're just still thinking, yeah, but the number is not right, the distribution is not bell curve. I don't know.
Maybe they are just envy. Sir. We are so good.
That's a good one, brother. I like that. I'll email them about that.
No,
I think
no.
it's, you envy on Surabaya's performance.
Oh, that is karma waiting to happen, my guy.
I don't know how did you do that. Was that too easy for you? The quizzes?
No, I think it's enough. Sir.
It's enough, right? The level is good.
The level is but it's there is actually on the PP the other one, unlike the econ one.
Right?
The econ one we need to read all the books and
Yeah, I know. Because the econ one is not as good as the financing enterprises. I can see from your summary result. I just checked. I checked last night and then, oh yeah, it's a bit different. Okay. Then question 4, right? Major advantage of partnership is that they, right? Um, sorry. Let me get to question 4. What is your answer to question 4? A, B, C, C. Right. Okay. Share cost, yeah, and then also handle the issue of leadership, right? And then resources, sharing resources, is partnership. And then from sole ownership and then partnership, and then we go to public corporation, right? So this is the corporation that course, right? Stock is sold to the general public. We already discussed this, that at the journey of a company, there is a possibility that they need more money to grow their company, and then they offer their stocks to the public. And we call that an initial public offering. And then this is a public corporation, right? Okay. And the board of directors, right? Yeah. Board of directors is practically representatives of the shareholders. So this is why a corporation, especially for the public one, is not really easy to take a decision because board of directors has to be, uh, they have to be agreed by the most of the shareholders in the company. So the decision making process in a corporation is quite complex in comparison with partnership as well as the sole proprietorship. Okay. Question 7. Companies join form a single entity, right? Merger, right? Okay. So what is the difference between merger and acquisition?
For merger, like if you have company A and company B, they merge, they would create A, B, or like another name C. But for acquisition, if you have company A and company B, and company A do acquisition to company B, then company B would change its name to A.
Okay. All right. Question 8, general partnership. All partners have joint authority to make decisions. Right? So, what do you think the difference between these general partnership and corporation in taking decisions?
Don't need approval of shareholders.
Don't need, yeah, because practically the partner is the shareholder, right? Yeah. And then question 9, profit of sole proprietorship. Yeah, it's clear, right? Single owner, single shareholder. So all profits flow directly to the owners. Okay. Question 10. Yeah, because so many people involved, so there is a chance that disagreement, right, and conflict, partnership. Okay, so this is about chapter 1. So make sure you understand the journey of a firm. The first form is sole trader, right, or single ownership, and then joint partner, general partnership, and then you also know the other form of partnership is silent partnership, right? General partnership, silent partnership, and then from that, if the companies grow larger, then the possibility is go to a corporation, right? So corporation can be publicly owned and privately owned. The one that publicly owned offer their share to the public, and then they have public shareholders. Right? The one that privately owned, they do not offer share to the public. So they really privately owned corporation. Right? Okay. After that, if they want to grow larger, there are two options or three options. The first one is merger, second one acquisition, and then the third one is strategic alliances. Okay. So please make sure you understand the similarities and differences between those three: merger, acquisition, and strategic alliances. Right. So, what is a strategic alliance? Anyway?
Is it like partnership?
Partnership, and then what is the difference with partnership?
It's limited on like a project or sometimes
Yeah. Do you think it's a long term or medium or short term?
shortly short.
Short term. So strategic means long term, right? Strategic alliances mean long term. So it's like you still remember that I drawn an example of Sony Ericsson, right? Sony Ericsson phone. That is an example of strategic alliances between Sony Corporation and Ericsson. Okay, so for chapter 1 about the business ownership, do you have any questions? Okay, it's all clear. Then is if all clear, then you can start to download the second week, right? This is about the financial statement. Okay? So please remember there are at least three main financial statements that we have discussed in class. The first one is balance sheet, and then um, income statement, right? And then the third one is cash flow statement. So if you want to analyze the business operation as short time, okay, Which of those financial statements do you think most relevant?
Short term.
Very short term. So if you want to have a look at the company's operational performance, which of those financial statements are you going to have a look at? Cash flow statement. Yeah. In particular, cash flow from operations. Okay. And then, what is the relationship between cash flow statement and balance sheet statement and income statement? Cash flow statement, balance sheet statement, and income statement. Return earnings. So what are we going to do with that? Return earning from balance sheet statement. So we can get return earning information from where? Income statement or from cash flow statement? Income statement, and then we can have a look at the potential return earning, and then the return earning would be reported in balance sheet statement, right? And if you have a look at the cash flow from operation in cash flow statement, then you can have a look at the balance of end of period cash balance, right, from cash flow from operation. So the end of period cash balance from cash flow from operation would be recorded in where? Balance sheet or income statement? In which part? Cash flow statement. End of period balance cash flow cash balance. End of period. So the income statement gives you a rough idea about how much is the return earning, right? Because you can have a look at the profitability and then the cash inflow, cash outflow, expenditures, all of those things. And then from cash flow statements and end of period cash balance would be reported in balance sheet statement as cash, right? From the asset side, so you have short-term asset and then long-term asset, and current asset and long-term asset, or fixed asset. Okay, so you report the end of period cash balance from cash flow statement to the balance sheet statement, right? Cash. Okay. So we have three financial statements. So this is the financial statement. We have current asset, current liabilities, long-term asset, long-term liabilities, right? And then we have income statement. Practically, we have revenue, right? And then profit, we have EBIT, earning after tax, and all those things. And then we have cash flow statement, right? If operation. So the ending balance of cash from operation will be reported to this. Okay. And then if you're talking about the equity, right? Return earning. So this report should be reported in return earning. Okay. So this is about the operation, right? And this is about as well same operation. And then this is managing business, right? Asset side, and then this is the financing side. Okay. So how do you finance the asset? If you have long-term asset, then you have the long-term liabilities, then most likely you finance your long-term asset from long-term liabilities. Right? If you only have current asset, then you have current liabilities, then most likely you finance your business operation from current liability. It's very short-term business. Okay. Okay. So the question number 2, yeah, the answer is income statement. So this is the snapshot. This is the snapshot. Okay. Do you think it is possible that the company has negative profit, right? But positive asset, negative profit, still positive asset.
Possible.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. Why is this possible?
Maybe like land value goes increase.
Yeah, because the income statement is practically a snapshot. So you only see the one period, right? So there is a possibility that during the multiple period, the profitability accumulates, right? So you have negative profitability in this period, and then positive profitability in the next period, and then you accumulate those profitability and then report it to the balance sheet, right? So balance sheet statement is practically an accumulation of business activities. Income statement is snapshot of business activities, right? And then cash flow is the shorter than income statement.
Sorry, but I think balance sheet is the one that is a snapshot of the person.
Snapshot, okay?
The income statement is the cumulative.
Okay, right? So which one is correct? According to question 2,
At the point of time rather than flows.
right? You have to read. You have to read the question, right? Point of time, income statement, or balance sheet statement. Which one is correct? That one or my explanation? Don't always trust me, right?
Excuse me.
Yeah. So you need to read. Okay. Yeah. Balance sheet statement is the snapshot, right? The income statement is accumulative. Okay. So again, the question remains: is it possible that you have negative profitability and positive asset?
Still possible.
Yeah, still possible. Of course, still possible. Because there are the two different things, right? Profitability is business operation, so there is still possible that you have negative profitability but still positive asset. Okay, so income statement is accumulation, and then the balance sheet statement is snapshot, right? So if you take a look at the report, the example report of balance sheet statement, then in the heading there is an explanation that the balance sheet statement is at the end of December 2024, just an example, right? Yeah. right? My first question is there any possibility that you get negative profitability and positive asset? Yes. My next question will be, is it possible you have negative profitability and positive equity? Yes. You have negative profitability and then positive equity. So please remember that the income statement is indicator of return earning, right? Return earning is an indicator of value of equity. Yeah, negative profit but positive equity value. Is it possible? Don't think so. Why? I think Bradley has another response.
No, 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 no. You first.
Is that possible?
I'm not sure. I guess because equity is related to like the shareholders share.
Shareholders equity value, okay.
And they got that from the like remaining profit, right?
Accumulation, okay.
So if we have negative profit, then the accumulation would be much smaller.
Yeah, so my question is it possible you have negative profitability but still positive equity? Your point is correct because the equity is accumulation, right? Accumulation from year to year, and then you have positive value, right? Uh, Once you have negative profitability, the value of your equity would be less or would be more? Would be less, right? So less could be still positive or become negative, right? Because of the value of your previous equity is not enough, and then you get negative profitability, then all of the equity become negative. So there is still possibility that the value of the equities is positive while you have negative profitability. Okay. 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 Do you have any questions on that? So please understand the interaction between these three financial statements. Okay. So which account goes to where? So the question three is about the item on earning before tax, right? Earning before tax, marketing expenses, yeah, it's in the income statement, right? And then depreciation expense, income statement or balance sheet statement. Depreciation expenses, income statement, income statement. Accumulated depreciation in income statement or balance sheet statement. Yeah, balance sheet statement because it reduces the value of long-term asset, right? Okay. Cost of goods sold, income statement. So A, B, C are in income statement, and then the D, dividend, which statement? Balance sheet, right? Return earnings, so, dividend. Okay. So those are the examples of theoretical questions. Yeah, you're going to have in your midterm exam. Question 4 is also possible to be included in the midterm exam. So this is the calculation or numerical problems. So please prepare your financial calculator or statistical calculator. So please remember that you only have like, I think, on average 3 minutes for one question because you have 60 minutes for 20 questions in midterm exam. Right? 60 minutes.
Have you all done multiple choice?
Yeah, it's multiple choice. Okay, so this is the example of numerical problem. I think you already got it from the group quiz a few weeks ago, right? So this is the component in income statement, right? You have sales and then income tax, operating expenses, cost of goods sold, and then interest expenses. Okay. So the gross profit is sales minus cost of goods sold. Okay, right? Yes, easy. And then this is another example of numerical problems. So make sure you understand the components of each of the financial statement, right? From the balance sheet statement and the income statement, and also the cash flow statement. Right? Expenses, cost of goods sold, right? Interest expense is from the income statement. Operating income, sales, taxes, operating expenses, cost of goods sold. So it's clear. Taxes is expenses or income? Expenses, right? So that is not income. Question 7. So again, this is about the balance sheet statement. So the item is a bit different in comparison with question 5 and 6. Okay. Right. So in balance sheet statement, you have to understand that there are two sides: asset sides and liability sides. And then on the end part of liability side is equity. So you have asset equals liability plus equity. Okay, so this is the net working capital means you are calculating the current asset. Right? So the left hand side of the balance sheet statement. Okay. So far, do you have any questions? All clear? Good. Right. That's why you have 100% in all your quizzes. Easy. So now, question 8. Account receivable in which financial statement? Balance sheet statement, right? Ordinary shares, income statement, or cash flow statement? Ordinary shares. Income statement or cash flow statement? Yes, balance sheet statement. Right? Ordinary shares is in balance sheet statement. Okay, so please remember this. You have asset, liability, and then equity, right? Equity is all about shares. Okay, so it's in balance sheet statement. Inventory, balance sheet statement, right? And then buildings, buildings,
Balance.
balance sheet statement. Is it on current asset or long-term asset?
No.
Long-term asset, right? So we can have the answer is B, right? Ordinary shares is not part of asset. Account receivable is current asset, and then inventory current asset, and then building is long-term asset. Right. Question 9. Dividend. So which of the financial statement shows the total return earning? Balance sheet or income statement or cash flow from operation?
Balance sheet or income. Wait,
Which one?
I think yeah, balance.
Total retained earning, total potential return, or total profitability,
Or income.
income statement, right? So you can get total profitability from income statement, and then if those total profitability decided to be shared as dividend, then the remaining total profitability is a retained earning, right? Okay. So again, you have this information, all of the total profitability from income statement. Then again, the shareholders decided to share as dividend, and then the board of directors thinks that we need more investment, and then put the return earning in equity in balance sheet statement. Okay. So the question 10 is an example of how we calculate the question 9. Right, so we have uh, retained earning balance, and then net profit 3 plus 2, right, minus 1.5. So we have 5 total cash from operation. Okay, and then the board of directors and shareholders decided to share part of the total profit to the shareholders, 1.5 million. So 5 minus 1.5, 3.5. Okay, do you have any questions on this chapter, financial statement? Clear? Good. So this is about week 3. So please do a quick review, and then if you still have any questions, just let me know. Okay. So in question 3, make sure you understand point A to E, right? What is startup schedule? So what is startup schedule? So if you have a company, what are you going to do at first? Business plan, right? You have business plan. And then what is in the business plan? What are in the business plan? What is the first step in the business plan? What are you going to do?
Or objective.
Objective, vision, mission, all of those things, right? So from A to E, which one do you think the first thing that you have to do if you have a company?
The target mission.
Target market, marketing strategy, right? The first thing that you need to do is start up schedule, right? In your business plan, you need to have a start up schedule. What are you going to do first? Like 3 months of your business operation, start up schedule. And then you have operations plan, right? Target market, marketing strategy, and then finally you have exit strategy. Exit strategy, essentially you sell your business to other parties. Sure. Then question 6. So please be familiar with these terms: incubator fund, seed money, IPO, right? Public financing, and then advisory for loan. Okay, seed money, right?
Wait, so number 5, what is the difference between incubators, microlenders, and angel investors?
Number 5. What is the difference between
incubators, micro lenders, and angel investors.
Oh yeah, incubators is practically like a laboratorium. So we also have those kind of incubators here in Western Sydney. So if you have ideas, like business ideas, right, and then you are not so sure about how to make it work, usually universities or other institutions has this kind of incubators. So your idea could be tested in incubators. Okay. So usually the business incubators has very small amount of money to be invested in your business. So if, say in Indonesia it is around I think 10 million to 50 million rupiah for business incubators for one idea, just to make sure that your idea works, right? And then after that, if you start your business quite well, so you exit from business incubators and then you still need more money, then there is a possibility that your business is still in micro size, so you can get micro lenders. So you can have micro lenders from government as well as from private institutions. It's very small amount. So I think it's up to 250 million rupiah in Indonesia. I think it's around 15,000 Australian dollar, right? Micro lenders. And then after that, which one again?
Angel investors.
Angel investors. Okay. So after you exit from business incubators, it means that your business idea works, right? And then you improve your size of your company, and then you need more money. You can get from micro lenders. Okay. And then say that your business perform very well, right? And then you want to scale up your business. So you need more money. Practically, you need more money. Okay, but the risk of your business is still quite high because your business is still small and then it's very young. Okay, and then we have these angel investors, a club of wealthy individuals who have so much money to spend, yeah, and then to help people who have brilliant business ideas but still very small company. So angel investors. Do they consider profit or benefit from the investment? The answer is yes. But they're willing to take more risk than other available financial institutions in the financial system.
Wait, but for business incubators, that means that our business is under the name of the center or
Yes, under the center.
under the name of.
Yeah. So you have your own business like Bradley and Company, and then your idea is tested in Western Sydney business incubators.
What does that mean actually?
Yeah, tested means you have like support from a consultation, how to grow your business, and then how do you to get the target market, and then how you run
Like
business day
advice.
to day. Yeah, advisory. And then you also have some seed money, seed funding, right?
Thank you.
Okay. So, still have any questions on this part, on this chapter? Right. So again, the chapter one is about the ownership, and then the chapter two is about the business performance. You can analyze from the financial statements, balance sheet statement, income statement, and then cash flow from operation, from investment, and other activities. And then in chapter three, you learn about financing your business, sources of funding, right? So you can get from micro lenders, and then angel investors, and then private equity, then doing IPO. Yeah. So this is about financing your business from sole ownership to corporation, and even financing your merchant and acquisition. Yeah.
So for micro lenders and angel investors, they don't provide us good support? Can they provide us with money?
They provide support. Usually, they provide support, kind of advice how to grow your business, and then how you can get your target market very well, and then how can you communicate your business to your target market. Right.
But why is the best answer business incubators?
So this is question 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, because business incubators is practically the first step for you to test your business ideas, right? So you have very good business ideas, and then usually they provide kind of a business idea competition, and then the club or the group who won those competition, and they put it in incubators, and then they provide you with advices. Like most of the group who get into business incubator, they have this strategic business plan, like business plan. So they help you to revise your business plan and then to execute your idea. Okay, let's have a 10 minutes break. After that, we can continue our review.
Kamu WSU siapa?
Apa?
Anak WSU mau siapa?
Gak tahu sih. Aku sih gak mikir ke sana.
Bagaimana?
Enggak.
Besok di
Kamu sudah PPT deh, Ros?
Belum.
Belum. Aku belum bahkan gak mikir loh kok Roto itu.
Kayak banyak sekali dari satu
Tapi
alasan.
feelingku sih bakal bener-bener serius itu UES ya. UES itu kayak mau habis dari ngomong. Apa?
Aku yakin
Oh iya, saya
kalau
daftar.
dari 100%.
Aku UES tapi kita paling
Tapi aku kan
makan kopi tiap hari.
Agak melakukan.
Tapi dia dulu ada berapa? Dia dulu karena dia kan. Enggak, kan dia waktu itu.
Di upload kan ya hari ini.
Oh iya,
Jam berapa?
Apa?
Jam berapa?
Nanti habis kelas kayak.
Oh gitu. Kan dia voting sama.
aku juga
Biasanya sih voting, like you choose. Kak voting udah pasti.
No, that's for the guys.
Berarti ya.
Faisi belum versinya media yang ini.
Faisi ya.
Aku lihat dulu semuanya tuh. Kalau bisa lihat TV.
Berarti
Aku yang tanya mana ada
voting
siapa yang
voting.
tahu.
Voting.
Oh, guys.
Ketuanya
Kira
voting,
tetap
versinya dipilih sama ini ya.
kultur ya.
Oh.
Jadi kan berapa
Ini lah. Aku
Juga media bang.
Aku nggak ngurus
Juga media.
kawan-kawan. Ya harus. Oh,
Mana ada mana ada.
Aku mau.
Siapa tahu. Siapa tahu.
Aku yakin kalau menang. Nanti kalau saya kalah, nggak bisa gitu. Kalau aku dari ini bagus. Sama yang pasti membuat kita.
Yep.
Sama cewek-cewek yang lain.
Who are the
Ya,
options?
oke, support the girls.
Which one do you think is the most promising?
Dikasih tahu.
It's either Bradley or Vadia because I don't even know Wise.
With what?
I don't know Wise, so yeah, I'm either picking Bradley or Vadia.
Bisa.
Who are the candidates?
I have no idea.
Who are the candidates?
I just kultur.
Ya, one of
Nvidia.
Nvidia tuh.
And
Only
And
two?
always.
Only two candidates?
Three. And yeah.
So two from this class.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, memang banyak ya.
So who is the strongest candidate now?
Vidya.
Yeah.
Vidya.
Tapi dari USU juga dapat foto arah-arah sing itu mas.
Iya.
Iya, aku nggak berharap banyak sih.
Aku semuanya
Oh, nggak lihat sih ada berapa orang di sini.
Kita pun
Kita aja udah tim sukses, terus kita apa lagi? Kita semuanya. Kita ngambang semua perusahaan jadi satu. Kamu bisa. Yang penting pokoknya kamu beri awal dari mereka berdua. Awal, PT.
Berarti nanti jadi presiden. Berarti kita semua sih member, kita semua orang ini jadi presiden. Yang ikut aja.
Ini beneran tim sukses.
Ini yang ikut.
Pakai yang blazer.
Nggak boleh lagi.
Iya.
Ada hijau.
Kamu harus kayak Martin kemarin yang pas kamu ngomong. Ya itu harus itu. Supaya saya kayak gitu.
Aku juga yang lain dulu. Biar aku dulu buat kamu.
Siapa?
Ya, betul.
So are you going to do campaign? Something like that? So, presentation of your vision, mission.
Nggak ada kampanye.
Besok aja speech.
Nanti mau pokoknya aku nggak tahu siapa yang menang. Pokoknya menang kalau bikinin Instagram ya. Oh iya. Semua orang lihat dari Instagramnya.
Lo iya.
Bisa,
Instagram kok saya nggak sih gue.
Itu di band.
Nggak sih.
Indonesia.
Tapi feelingku gara-gara Western sih pusat nggak boleh kayaknya. Kayaknya. Kata.
Tapi yang di mana di Vietnam atau berapa sih itu ada ya? Oh iya. Ya udah kita bikin sendiri terus bukan dia Western Campus, bukan dia Uni. Jadi buat sendiri doang.
Dia sama anak aku ya.
Oh, sama.
Siapa?
Nggak ada di report kita.
Kalau di report kan beda.
Ya, gimana tuh?
Belum enggak.
Terus,
Oh ya?
ya kan? Iya dong.
Apa?
Wis competition.
Sebenarnya US apa?
Kalau jadi presiden.
Lo lihat wes ya. Nggak tahu anak-anak saya itu paling
IT
IT aja.
Nah, makanya kan.
Wah, kamu mau jadi temannya Jos saya?
Balik jus.
Oh.
Apa mau?
Aduh, bentar. Aduh, kamu coba.
Banyak apa remote ya?
Iya,
Berarti siapa?
semua juara jadi.
Sedang banget. Aku diam aja.
Iya.
Okay, I have a plan.
Dan aku bilang apa? Jadi cocok jadi friends.
Aku
Tuan Inces ya.
PR. Besok kan 10 menit. Terus 5 menit.
Wow.
Kan planning.
10 minutes speech.
Tapi jangan ada kandidat lain dong. Gimana sih?
Gimana guys? Aku dari nggak seberapa ngantuk.
Temenmu siapa?
Apa?
Temenmu siapa?
Winston.
Apa? Temenmu ada berapa?
Apa? Gue nggak tahu lah teman
Wait, what are you talking about?
Sorry. No,
You
you are
mentioned me.
you are my friend like Winston.
Would you rather vote for Bradley or
Come here, you. Oh, come here.
Parah tuh temannya.
Kamu harus tahu.
Come here. Oh, you're my friend too. Oh.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry.
So he's the strongest candidate up to now.
Iya.
It's only video.
Iya.
I think Winston.
How do you know?
No.
She's the strongest candidate. Is it subjective because she's your friend? Or-
No, she is. Pengalaman, Mas.
Oh, pengalaman.
Experience-nya apa kita? You know what? Actually, tapi I think kalau berarti ini kita bisa ngomong kompeten. Soalnya dia quiz aja.
Percaya aku ya. Kapan hari ini Mbak?
Ini bukan ide kita ya. Idenya cuma ide doang gitu. Aku sih ngomong. Dia lo quiz gak percaya dia bakal aku. Kan trust them.
One time on this.
Yes.
Gak bentar dua. Yang pertama, yang mana bilang apa sih? Pertama itu siapa kamu? Iya, itu.
No, it's only one.
Yang kemarin jadi. Yang
You
kemarin.
missed one. You missed one.
Terus yang kemarin kamu bilang belum percaya.
Enggak, udah. Tapi ya maksudnya cuma sekali doang.
Ya nggak apa-apa, konsisten lah udah ada. Bisa. Ini inkompeten. Jelek. Bukan kita ya, itu. Aku. Kamu boleh ngomong. Iya.
Okay, let's start again.
Udah 10 menit lah. Jelas tuh.
So in week 4, right? Now we are in week 4. So week 1, 2, and 3 is about again the business ownership, and then the second week is about the financial statement. The third week is about the financing your business, options of financing your business, and then week 4 things about the time value of money, right? But if you check the materials of week 4 in financing enterprises, it's the same material as week 6 for financial market and institution. Right? So this is about the present value and future value. Okay. So the most fundamental thing that you really need to understand in these week 4 materials is the difference between present value and future value. If you want to calculate what $1,000 means to you in 5 years from now, then most likely you are going to use future value. Okay. So the component of calculating the future value is of course the interest rates, right? And then the periods you are going to invest your money in. So that's a future value. And then the present value is, say if your parents or your grandparents set up a trust fund for you, right? Right. You can access it 10 years from now in 2034. And then your parents or your grandparents promise you to have like 10,000 US dollars 10 years from now. Okay, and then you want to calculate what the value of 10,000 US dollar 10 years from now today. So that is what we call a present value. Okay, so the future value means you want to have a look at, or you want to calculate the future value of particular amount in particular period with certain interest rates, and then the present value is you want to calculate the current value of a amount of money you want to, or you will receive in T plus year from now. Okay, so that's about the present value and future value. The second thing is the compound interest and simple interest. Okay, and basically, in calculating the present value as well as the future value, you're going to use compounded interest. So you invest your money, and then you set and forget, and then let the money get the interest from the bank. So this is compounded interest. And then please don't forget that all of the interest rates are in annual period. Okay, so it's 10%, it means 10% annually, 5%, it means 5% annually, unless otherwise stated. Right? And then this is the example of numerical problems, right? Future value, present value. And then the next question is about the theoretical consideration of time value of money. Like question 3, you can check that is an example of understanding how this formula works. So the increase in future value can be caused by an increase in the right annual interest rates. Makes sense, right? Because we have the compounded interest, and then number of compounding periods. So if you compound the interest rates, the same interest rates between 2 and 3 years, well, you're going to have higher uh, result if you compound the number greater than a small number of compounding periods. And then the original amount invested. Okay. So if you decide to invest like $1,000 now, and then compound it in 3 years with the same interest, and then well, maybe you want to start it not $1,000 but $5,000 now. Of course, the future value will be greater if you increase the original amount of invested capital. Okay. This is the example of theoretical questions of present value and future value. Okay. And then this is about the numerical problems. Question 4. I think you already solved it during the group quizzes. So please review these questions up to question 10. If you have any questions, just let me know. We can discuss them.
Kayaknya saya mungkin bisa tahu ada box.
So please also check your views. So please check your views website if you have this list of formulas. The midterm exam banner.
My parents once asked me, they bought this land for like this amount, and then they sold it again 10 years later with this amount. Like they asked me if they had a profit or not. Like we don't know the interest rate.
You don't know the interest rate?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
So like can you still use the formula?
Yes, of course. Simply, which bank do you have an account? Say you have an account in, I don't know, BNI or Bank Mandiri, right? Just check the interest rate there. Then you
But
can.
it's like a land.
These are formulas.
You want to sell the land today,
Yeah.
or you want to sell the land T plus something from today.
We bought it like 10 years ago.
Or
And
you
we
bought
sell
it.
it today. How do I know the interest rate? Can we even still use this formula or like is there
I think that's
any
pretty simple, yeah. For land, I think you can just check the surrounding area for market price, and then you can compare your square meter prices to the market price of your surrounding. That's the easiest way to check if your family is getting profit or not from selling the land.
like with the time value of money, like the amount of 10 years ago, like is it the same amount with 10 years later?
Yeah, in that case, you can use our average inflation rate a year is about 10%, right? So you can just equate the number of the land, many years ago in comparison with the value now.
So like in real life, like we can still find the interest rates in a bank, right?
Yeah, that's the easiest way you can check the interest rates. Well, most if you want to do the valuation, then my suggestion is use the time deposit interest rates. It's like 5 or 6% now a year, and then you can use as a reference. Well, the easiest way is to assume that the interest rate is constant, right?
Yeah.
So this year is 5%, last year is 5%. There is a possibility that during your family bought the land, the interest rate is practically 5%. And then after that, increasing or decreasing years after this.
Wait, where do we get the form?
Can you check from this uh, the online quizzes, right? And then scroll down.
Yes.
Yeah, you can get it. Yeah. So this is the list of formulas. So you can use this list of formula to answer the midterm exam questions. So please check question 10. Question 10 is an example of simple interest. So the future value of $1,000 now for 4 years, the rate of 5%, simple interest. Right? So there's an example of doing calculation for simple interest. Right? You can just compare this with future value of $1,000 using 5% interest with compounded interest. So from the formula, can you find a distinctive feature of simple and compounded interest in this formulation? How do you calculate the compounded interest for question 10? Present value is 1,000. And then the interest rate is 5%. 5%. How do you calculate the compounded interest? That's a present value. Oh, present value. Okay. Yeah.
Are we still searching for the future value?
Yes, future value,
Compound
compounding
interest?
interest.
How do we know the end?
4 years, right?
4 years?
What do you mean by M?
Um,
So this is the present value, right? The present value is $1,000. Okay. The interest rate is 5%. Period 4 years. Yeah. So simple interest, present value, okay, 1 plus 5%. Okay. Then what do you do? Times 4, right? Times 4. Compounded interest, present value, 1 plus 5%, power 4, right? So this is a distinctive feature of compounded interest versus simple interest. Okay. So you can check in the formula list if it is there.
Yes.
Okay. Then please check question 7, rule of 72. Rule of 72. So there is a short video on rule of 72. Right? So rule of 72 practically is to search for period to double our investment. Okay? So 8% interest compounded annually. So how long will it take 750 to double? So using rule of 72, 72 divided by 8, 8 is 8%. And so we need 9 years to double our investment from 750 to 1,500. Okay, so this is the rule of 72. If you're done reviewing week 4, feel free to jump to week 5. So again, please familiarize the formula. Yeah. You can download it from the midterm website. Make sure you are good in applying those formulas. Okay, you finished the view chapter 4, and you can just jump to chapter 5, internal source of finance. So if you check chapter 2 and chapter 5, it's quite similar topic. It's about financing of a company. So make sure you understand the internal sources and external sources of financing, and services provided by banks to finance the company, short-term and long-term financing. Then financing from stock market. So in question 6, what is debenture?
It's like a type of bond, but it's not secured by collateral.
Yeah, it's a long term. It's a long term debt, debentures, unsecured debt, long term. Okay. So which one is riskier, the debt financing or equity financing?
Just here, I think
Debt financing, why? Debt
because
financing,
if we just borrow, maybe
debt financing and equity financing. Check question 5. So debt financing is riskier than equity financing. So those are the reasons why debt financing is riskier than equity financing. There is a possibility if a company use debt financing, then a company could be default because they cannot pay the installment of debt, right? But in equity financing, you don't have to pay installment for return on equity. Okay. So debt financing is higher risk than equity financing. Question 3 is about the difference between the ordinary shares and preference shares. Okay, they have a different right and different claim priorities in terms of bankruptcy of the company. So in relation to question 3, which of those shares, the preferred or the ordinary ones, that do you think could get higher returns? Ordinary. Boys, ordinary or preferred? Ordinary. So why is that so?
In preference, you only get like a fixed rate. Although in ordinary, you may have a chance to get lower than preference, but there's also a chance that you can get higher than preference.
Yeah,
According to the company's situation.
yeah. So the basic principle of investment is high risk, high return. So the ordinary shares has higher uncertainty in comparison with preferred shares. So to compensate those kind of uncertainty, the ordinary shares holders would get higher return than the preferred shares. Okay. Okay. So from chapter 4 and chapter 5, do you have any questions or something that you still in doubt you want to discuss?
Can you explain again about that factor?
Debt factoring. What question is that?
Number 7.
Okay. Disadvantage of debt factoring is okay. So what is factoring anyway? Do you have any idea of factoring? Factoring. So I'm going to change my question. Uh, do you think factoring is for very short term, medium term, or long term?
Can you explain like the
Factoring. Factoring is practically for very short term, right?
oh,
So that factoring means that there is an indication that the company has a liquidity issue or very short. Okay. So this is very convenient, but in other side, we can have kind of an indication and guess that this company has liquidity issue. So we're doing that factor.
So I'm still confused about the preference shares.
Yeah.
So preference share have higher rate of dividends rather than ordinary or
No, not always. Not always higher rate, but the rate is fixed.
all is only
Yeah, like if you have like preferred shares of a company, a public company, then it is stated that you will get like 5 or 6% dividend a year, right? And then as a holder of ordinary shares, you do not have those kind of statement in your securities. So you only have a claim of ownership, so you don't have claim of dividends. So there's a possibility that, oh, this company operate really well and the profitability is higher than before. And then as preferred shareholders, you have like 5%. And then the ordinary shareholders will get like 10 or 15%. Okay. Or nothing. That's why the uncertainty is higher for ordinary shareholders in comparison with preferred one. So question 8, please check question 8. Do you understand question 8? Okay. So question 8 is, in which market do you think this shareholder sells or sold his or her shares? The primary market or secondary market? Secondary market, right? So in secondary market, any transaction in secondary market would not have an effect on the capital of a company, right? So it's only in primary market that the capital of the company would move, right? Okay, so that's about chapter 1 to chapter 5. So again, please review again. Right? The chapter 1 is about the ownership of a company. So you start with sole ownership, and then move to partnership, and then general partnership, and then silent versus general partnership, right? And then corporation. Okay. After corporation, you have to understand the strategy of corporation to increase the size. Right. The first strategy is doing merger. The second one is acquisition, and then the third one, there is an option to do strategic alliances. And then the next chapter is about financing, right? Chapter 2. Book 1, chapter 2. Chapter 2 is about the financial statement. Okay, so you have to fundamentally understand there are at least three main financial statements we've been discussing in our class. The first one is balance sheet statement, snapshot, right? And then the income statement, accumulation of business operation. And then the third one for short term of business operation, we can check the cash flow from operation, cash flow from investment, right, and cash flow from other activities. I think I have one more question about the cash flow. Do you think that the company is healthy if the cash flow from other activities is higher than the cash flow from operation? Okay,
No.
why?
What kind of activity?
Yes, other activities.
What's like an example?
Yeah, investment,
Well,
and
if
then
it's,
selling
it's,
fixed
it's,
assets.
it's good then,
It's good.
I think.
Yeah, it depends on the company, right? If you are talking about manufacturing companies, and then you check the cash flow from investment or other activities is higher than cash flow from operations, then there is a possibility that this manufacturing company is in trouble. Selling fixed assets, right? So those are kind of cash flow from other activities. Okay. If you are talking about insurance companies and then financial companies, then cash flow from investment would be higher from cash flow from operations. Okay. Okay. From that point, you have to also understand how these three financial statements interact with each other. Right? From cash flow, and then from current account in balance sheet statement, and then return earning from income statement, right, and the dividend payments. Okay. Then after that, we talk about week 3 is about entrepreneurship, managing your company, and financing your company, the strategy to get financing your company from very small, micro, medium to large company. Chapter 4, I think, is the most technical one. So please have a look at the formulation list and then make familiar with those formulation, and also make sure you are good with the application of those formulation. Present value, future value, and then rule of 72, right? Those kind of formulation. Chapter 4, chapter 5 is about the internal and external source of financing, and then forms of debt financing, forms of equity financing. Okay. So before I conclude the session, I think it's already 2 hours. Do you still have any questions on the topic from chapter 1 to 5? All good? Good.
So if the question is gonna be 20, does that mean like it's 4 questions?
On average, yeah, you can just conclude that. I cannot disclose anything other than 60 minutes for 20 questions. Okay. Okay. All good. Yeah, please do your own review and then make sure you are familiar with all of those questions and application of the formula. And I think you're going to be good. Okay. So I think you can conclude the session. Thank you. I will see you at 11. Finance, Financial Market Institution. Thank you. Have a good break.
Aku bawa kita. Kenapa? WhatsApp number.
No, you cannot have my WhatsApp number. Absolutely.
Wes.
You cannot personally communicate as a professional methods. Okay, I'm really sorry I cannot give you my WhatsApp number. If you need to communicate with me, just send me an email.
Oke.
Okay. I'm very sorry, Rena. Cannot do that.
In UI, is there a UI car club?
UI what? Sorry?
Car club.
UI car club? I don't know about that. Is
Kayak
it for students?
Iya. For students. Kayak car club. Kayak komunitas mobil gitu buat. Sebuah anjir. Aku denger gitu.
I don't know about that.
Random ini.
Duh, enggak gitu. Ono. Iya. Gitu. Karko.
Dari Petra di sini ono PCC. Petra Karko. SSC kan pos.
I don't know about that.
Coba
Students,
tanya.
right?
UI, yes, students for students only.
So I don't know about